Hey everyone, thank you for coming into Tales from the Longbox. Today we get a look at one of my absolute favorite 1990s series. I've been anticipating this for a while. Darkhawk, number 33. I really loved Darkhawk's first series. I thought it was excellent. I loved everything about it. And I think once I tried to explain Darkhawk, it got a little stupid. But anyway, let's take a look. And again, art. And there's stuff happening. Oh, wow. Now, this was a time in the 90s when, you know, the boom was just starting. And it was like they were trying to find any way possible to get any new comic book out. And this was getting towards the end of that big run. I mean, they were coming out with new title every week. Yeah, I mean, the X-Men came out during all this. The fifth Superman title, the fifth Spider-Man title. You know, I mean, it was just like, let's slap a number 1 on it and let it go. And so Darkhawk came out of that. He was right around the time, I want to say he really came out around the time of Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider was phenomenal. And the second Ghost Rider, obviously, not the first. That was phenomenal for the first 25, 30 issues. Then it tanks. But Darkhawk stayed pretty consistent, actually. I always did enjoy it. Yeah, that's so cool. Oh, yeah. And it's like, it's really funny because, you know, context. Hey, yo, the Royal Rumble now on Genesis. That's so cool. It's funny because context is everything. I mean, I think if you, I don't think if you put this in a modern comic, I don't think they could pull it off this well. And, you know, I think it would look like crap. By the way, when confronted by dangers, opossums will play dead. Opossums. This one goes ballistic. I love how you play around with. And again, look at this kind of art and how it even, you know, uses the panels. Look at that. Look at that transition into the next panel. That's really awesome stuff. This is the stuff that gets me excited. I remember reading this stuff going, oh, that was pretty clever, man. And now I get excited about it because you just don't see it anymore. It's never there, you know? And Darkhawk swimming. I love Darkhawk. Really love Darkhawk. A lot of people know Darkhawk from the New Warriors. I knew Darkhawk from his series. And oh, look, there's Black Widow making a surprise appearance, but you know, nobody cared about Black Widow back then. Nobody, literally nobody cared. She was just kind of there. You know, back when you would work on the radio instead of like being adjacent to it. Oh yeah, that's that. You know that DJ? Yeah, that's that radio. That's that robot voice. And you know, here's the thing that I thought the series handled well, was handled real life stuff along with the superhero stuff. And it was a good balance. And it made sense. You know, comics nowadays, I think they try to do the slice of life stuff a little too much. And you don't get the joy of the superhero. And, I mean, the slice of life stuff is fine, but keep it in the slice of life stuff. The slice of life stuff. Don't hinder my superhero. Pizza Hut advertising with the X-Men. Yeah, that was novel back then. We were amazed that happened. When that happened back in the 90s, you know. That just didn't happen before. And, yeah, Darkhawk's learning his powers still. And, you know, it's just cool to have a teenager with powers who, you know, and abilities, who didn't understand them. Very very relatable and very identifiable. And this, I remember Darkhawk was the comic that made me want to actually want to work in comics. And oh, that's the end. Okay, sorry. Continued next issue plus more Jason, more. Yeah, you know, you can read. Anyway, one of my favorite 1990s series. One of my favorite series. Yeah, also sorry about the camera bump. Okay, I'll try to edit that out. Maybe not. One of my favorite series from the 90s. To me, is kind of defined the 90s. It was like there was a lot of great stuff going on under the surface of the big shit. And this is just a well-written, well thought out, and well done series. And the art was fantastic, and the writing was fantastic, and everything was on point. And yeah, there's collected editions and all that, but God, nothing beats the original comic. Nothing. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I love the Darkhawk series. That's really all I can say. Darkhawk freaking rules, man. He's just fantastic, and that transition from one panel to the other, just one transition gives me so much joy to see, because you don't see that anymore. That's so creative and so, off the wall. And you know what? Back then, I wouldn't have noticed it. It would have been just another panel to me. Today, it sticks out so much. All right, that'll wrap up Tales from the Longbox. This bud's for you. Yeah.